here. Go for the Alistair, which is something that could have been paired with Callista considering the bans that we do have here. The Gragas was removed, the set was gone. So that was definitely an option for Life to play. Tarek!
The Callista Tarek. Oh, man.
Diego, quite a lot in some of these really skirmishy team fights that Afrika are looking for. They're so reliant on getting that poke to hit. And then if somebody gets low, Tarek puts the invulnerability in, then you can't actually pop off and get those resets you need. So
I guess even worse at 6, because he can also just walk up with impunity and then always have the Fate's Call to keep him alive. It's a worrisome time as Dread.
Flash.
What the heck? All right.
This is really aggressive.
Certainly is. Double flash to come through here as Dread definitely wants to get the first blood. Not quite going to do it just yet, but that is going to be red buff, and another auto should do it here for Dread as he puts down the trap. BDD is staying alive for way too long. Bounce doesn't quite come back up, but now Clid has flashed on in. Now Dread might be in trouble, but no, Clid has to get out of there.
We did see that early dazzle, but besides that, haven't been any kill pressure. We're going to watch Dread's calls here as he flashes the wall. It's actually really well played here.
잡은 것 같아.
I think Dread says, no, I'm pretty sure he got him. So that's basically the call for Fly to go back and collect those minions.
Well,
meanwhile,
yeah, he's dead. Clid pays attention to the mid lane, and that's the flash forward from Life. Leo's trying to get out of there as Lahen's doing the very best he can to survive, but not going to quite be able to as now. I think they're going to have...
So
we will hop into another replay. This one is, of course, Fly maybe going a little bit over.
He's a level down, and he's trading aggressively here, just gets stunned. Pretty simple cleanup there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
As, okay.
I mean, is this worth a Drake? Because that's what you're probably going to lose. You better make this work.
Yeah, no minions. Gets right underneath, flashes on top of him, and yes, I have a feeling Rascal's dead, and 100% he is. Fly is going to be able to get out of there just fine, and we'll see whether they can trade first turret for this Cloud Drake.
Yeah, it's going to be the Drake they get back, and I don't know if this was worth it for Afrika. They give the gold, though, over to Dread, so he picks up a second kill there. You're probably going to regret it.
Finding himself a Crocodile right now, still just trying to make sure that he has as much information as possible as Gen G. Pretty split, Lahen's, as that's the flash forward, and Leo finds absolutely no joy, but will find BDD with a Q. That's good news. Lahen's and Fly now out of position as Fly. Dominus gets picked up. That is going to be the kickback, and the Crocodile is taken down. Cosmic Radiance is going to work, and Lahen's just goes right into it. Has already used the ultimate, as now Leo is just caught by himself. It's a disaster for Afrika.
This is a really disappointing fight for Afrika, and they were grouped so poorly. Like, they actually had great advantage in terms of where they were.
Are we taking Baron for this?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. They're looking for it. I mean, with these kills, I mean, sure, they can get the Drake back, they can trade it, but they can't actually come and contest the Baron. But the positioning we saw there from Lahen's was as if he was playing an engage comp. Okay, they're going to try to contest.
Yeah, that's double teleport to come through here as well. As there is a smite available for Dread, so he's going to be able to grab himself the Drake. The Baron's being taken in the meantime, by the way, guys. This 2v2 is happening. Here's the teleport in from Fly, as there's the flash away from BDD. Fly slicing, flashing forward, will find BDD there as Rascal understands that he just has to get out. Pretty slow Baron, but it looks like it will be going down as now Dread hunting for some spears. And there is the Ren to finish off that Baron. So Gen G, they get what they really wanted, but now we'll see whether Afrika can find anything in return as Rascal will be taken out. That's a couple of Barons removed. As now Life, the sidestep on the spear as Keen. He's already heartbreaking his way over this wall. Big pulverizes the ult used from Clid. They need to try and hold on to these Barons as it's just Ruler and Clid that have any available. Now Clid looking for that wraparound play. Control Walk goes on over as Rascal will be able to clear it immediately.
This is such a tense moment here for Afrika because they need those spears to land. Fly can actually help guarantee that, but he needs to make sure it's on the Ruler, so that's easier said than done if he's going to go into the back line. They're losing control of this Drake fast.
Yeah, Fly going to have to clear out that ward is exactly right. The Drake is going to reset. Now Rascal finds the Crocodile, and now a fight has broken out. That's Fate's Call used very early here, as you have to keep your eye on the orb. As Rascal finds a kick, but it's another defensive one, as now Life is going down so low. Cosmic Radiance comes on through, doesn't really land on anyone other than Life and Clid, as now Rascal gets on in there. They're trying to reposition, but that is not what you want. And now there's two Tareks, or well, one, because one of them's dead, and now the resets come on forward. Afrika just mop the floor.
Genji tried to Baron and Drake. Think if they were able to deny that mountain, they would have the soul now, and it would have been worth it, right? So that further explains the idea and the greed. Look at the damage coming out here, though, from Leo.
So important that Leo lands that, right?
Yeah, if he doesn't hit that, then this fight looks completely different. Now Keem's like, I'm going to get some resets, so Life's like, I'm out of here. I am so out of here. I can't be in this fight anymore. And it's just over at this point. BDD is already out. And you can't hope that you're going to turn even with the low health bars of Afrika, because Viego will just get resets and get his health back.
Yeah, watching from Keen's perspective here as he just gets all of his resets.
Yeah.
And just the double dazzle flash over the wall, just ridiculous.
And if he had hit the stun, right?
Yeah, but they've also let Afrika in, right? So now you've got these arrows being charged. You've got the spears flying forward, and they have actually started this already. Cosmic Radiance comes down as BDD is going to be invulnerable, but Glid not so lucky. They really didn't use that Taric ultimate very well, but Rascal gets into the backline. It just eviscerates the Varus. Goes golden as well. He's buying a bunch of time as Lahens is trying to be a hero, but it's not quite going to be enough as now the Viego is trying to get the work done, but Life has his number. Just knocks him down. The Orianna is dead, and now Keen gets himself into the fight. Now he's looking for Ruler, who's just hopping around this one, and he wants to get at least one of these kills, but he just can't really find it. Ruler eventually will be able to take him down, and Rascal gets on top of the Viego.
Does he have his ultimate? I don't think so. He's just dead.
Yep, not going to happen. You'd already heartbreaken in the fight earlier. And that's what happens if Afrika get too hasty with these fights. They need to try and land that poke before they go in.
And you said it right before. This is how you lose this game as Afrika. You flip on the Drake. And they had the advantages. They got onto the Drake very quickly. They funneled in for Genji. Afrika are going to have to contest, though, or they will probably lose this game. There's going to be so much gold swing with this, with those turrets I was talking about. The 3 inner turrets are all still up. And you don't have the poke consistently here. Look at where BDD is standing. You've got to back off.
Yeah, Shockwave is a bit of a hula hoop, though, in the middle of nowhere, so that's not exactly what you want. Spear not going to connect, and it looks like it might have to be a turn, but no, the Baron goes down extraordinarily low. The Ren comes on in there as Fly, right in amongst a few people here as the Cosmic Radiance does come down. Genji onto about 3 people there, but good disengage from Afrika as now they can potentially go for an even fight, but the health bars aren't exactly high enough here on Afrika's side on their tanks.
It was a really calculated risk that almost paid off big time for them, and they still fall back to this composition later on. They still are able to win those next Drake fights and win the game, maybe.
Speaking of falling back to it, as Lahens is looking for the disengage, should be able to do so, as now it's just 5 members plus a cow. That is a lot of damage as Lahens is going to go golden. Ruler now has that Cosmic Radiance. Lahens basically did his job as Fly gets into the backline. Not quite able to get enough work done, but he is going to keep himself alive, and BDD has been taken down already. Leo dealing with Rascal and is going to be able to flash away. Safeguard's going to be there, but here's the tidy up from Genji, and they'll march down mid lane and win game 1.
That's not a Diana, that's an Alistair. Yeah, it was a really amazing looking play, but this is not a comp that is going to just run in and blast AoE damage. And there's no set here, okay? There's no Haymaker follow-up. This is just straight up a big knock-up into a big failure in the team fight. That's going to be Genji taking the first game in 40 minutes. Their average game time has got to be the highest right now in the LCK. They've had so many volatile late games. We've had so many 3-game series in the later parts of the game, and almost breaks 30K.
And now we can see exactly why those last couple of team fights didn't really work. And it's because, look at the Varus damage. That is not poke Varus damage.
No.
That needs to be 60K. And slowing a Callista is like double duty, because if she wants to keep like dashing while she's, you know, using her martial pose and stuff like that, like then you will lower her attack speed by lowering her movement speed. It's genius. It's double duty. Hell, heck yeah.
I like the Alistair as an improvement to Genji's draft too, because we didn't really like the Taric as much. It was banned, so they didn't have the opportunity to play it, but it was not great from Life last game. It was fine. It was passable, but it wasn't the high impact we were hoping for.
It allowed that early Baron, so I did like it for a lot of instances, and also like as far as like really committing to an identity, to me goes to Afrika, right? Because they now have like really nice 4-1. They've got potential siege, things like this. And now they're even going for a bit of a 5-man. This would be exciting. As Ruler is going to spot him.
That was close.
Yeah. Booked it all the way over there as BDD is just going to put his orb into the brush. And Afrika are just going to get as much control of this blue side jungle as they would like.
There were a few things that happened in the early parts of the game for Afrika that they will probably not they're not going to be able to say they get this time. Like, they're not going to be able to get that early kill on Nidalee in the mid lane unless BDD overextends again. That's probably not going to happen. It's a little bit blind here.
Oh dear, Clid might have to flash here potentially as the spear comes out. Yep, flash is going to be employed.
Figuring out how to utilize that to your best advantage. Like, they are just keeping him from farming. Like, this is absolutely insane. Like, the amount of resources committed. And at the same time, Keen is still farming very safely on top side of the map.
And there's also a red buff that Dread just hasn't taken so far this game, as now Rascal's going to move on up. Fly's going to avoid the the Sonic Wave. And just no issues whatsoever. They're just wandering around. The exhaust goes down here on the bottom side towards Ruler as Leo's going to get lit on fire. But now more fighting as Fly's in trouble, and he should just be taken down. There's the first blood, an overstep here by Afrika. Decent snare as that is life going on in there. And Ruler, he's flashing forward, looking for Leo. Now Lehens is going to be the target, and he will be taken. And unfortunately for Afrika, they are just biting off more than they can chew all over the rift.
Yeah, I mean, you got the advantages in the jungle. And speaking of Clid and the lanes under control,
Fate's call to come forward here as that is level 6 for life, so he's capable of just tanking this one up as Leo looking to try and answer back with some damage, but this is just the easiest dive in the universe. And welcome back into the game, Clid. No worries at all. Double kill for the
so much
Bears.
stamina once again.
Yeah, Leo does have flash, but he's not going to use it because he's just straight up dead. Life is here in the river, but he's... As Afrika are waiting in the wings. Okay, that's an ulti back in from Clid, looking to try and turn this one, as Dread now trying to escape. Lehens is on the other side of where he wants to be, as the dissonance will slow him down. Good spear connects onto Clid there, as there's the flash out, the flash forward from Fly, as BDD gets over the wall. They've ran out of flashes as Dread not going to go over there by himself, and now they have to deal with Life and Ruler. Fate's call still not available. The flash over the wall from Ruler. He's playing this super aggressively as Clid. He comes back in. And now Lehens sitting at 200 health, has to get out of there, but it is going to be Ruler traded. Fly against 3 is just going to try and escape. And I don't know whether he's going to be able to. Good stun comes forward, BDD to augment, and the clockwork windup has never got more value than this, as he throws the last cog into the back of the head of the crocodile.
G-Flare. I love it. That's fantastic.
Got a deep teleport coming forward here as Dread might just die as BDD's going to move on down. 5 members of Gen G will be here presently as that is Lehens just taken way too much damage. Ruler secures that kill. BDD now in trouble. No flash, remember, from earlier, but it's Fly that's going to be taken down. Now Rascal finds the backline, the kick onto Leo, but now he is set back up into a decent position. He's going to have to flash out of that one as now Keen dashes over the wall. Rascal does the same thing. The Gwen thing's not quite capable as at least Dread's able to lock down the cow.
Their measures even more desperately into some of these fights. Like, this is absolutely absurd. You have not enough vision control. You don't have control over mid here to actually even think of a fight like this. And you're basically just tossing yourselves into Gen G's arms, and they will take the gold.
Yeah. 100% they will.
This is not even
gets over the wall, but it just doesn't really matter.
Yeah. This is not even an objective you're fighting over here.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
It's fighting for the sake of fighting, Will. And
it's fighting for the sake of getting Dread some AP items, but he is just not going to get them. Speaking of what he's not going to get, we watched him die here just moments before.
Yeah.
Good finally has his flash up for once, and he'll make it happen.
Look, gets on top of him, and now Keen might be dead as well, as we are just going from battle to battle. Keen sets up the Thunderdome, and it's not exactly the one that he wanted, as he is doing a lot of stuff, but he's still just dead. As Rascal gets lit on fire, but just walks away. 3-0-0 now for the Lee Sin, 0-2-0 for Keen, who's just not, as he's being greedy. Yes, there it goes. And Fly's going to move on in at half health right now, as Dread's not going to be able to win this fight. As life comes on over, that's going to be the big ulti through. And Gen G realize there are 2 things on the menu that they wanted to consume. Fly trying to get out. He ain't gonna do that, as the blind guy is going to pick up 2 of them. And yeah, Clid ain't done yet. Lehen's going to be the next one that he's going to grab. Dude with the bow turns up and he's like, ooh, delicious, another one. As now Life is going to jump on over. The shockwave finds absolutely nothing, but that seems to be the theme of today.
And this Baron is kind of funny because it's 22 minutes into the game, but it's still that Callista comp we had last game. And Afrika, this time, they know about it. They're here on time, but you can't be anywhere near it.
Well, there's the dissonance for the speed up onto Clid, who's just barreling down this jungle. He's going to get taken down to about half health with that spear that was quite decent. Predator helping him out there, but as you can see, Gen G not taking any chances as Fly's going to face check. That is 100% not what you want, as Ruler's trying to dance on over. There's the Fate's call, gets the knock up onto Lehens, and he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And now Fly trying to get out of this one. Rascal's going to move on over, though, as the flash comes through. Q is going to connect, but it looks like Gen G are just going to take all of those resources and grab themselves a Baron.
Yep, Leo just finishing his Muramana. Tells you a lot about the state of this game. As,
that's what we're interested in. Oh, look at that mirror man. Now we're going to be able to win it.
Yeah, maybe not. Fly does not have his Dominus.
Whoop! That's a surprise cow from around the corner. The Crocodile is frightened of a cow, guys. That's the situation of this game, as Cleared will get taken down, but it's going to be the trade. Life also trying to escape, but Ruler is sitting at full health, and that is the danger zone for Afrika fans. The double kill comes down. Another Rend will secure the triple, and Gen G will secure the Baron unless Lehens can get in there.
You know, part 2 of the saga of this comp is not working out.
Yeah, well, Gen G with their Baron buffs. Keen is going to throw the mist down, but there's a Fate's Call, remember. Shockwave lands onto only one as Klid just dives on in. Dread real dead right now as Leo's going to follow suit as Rascal picks him up off the backside of the fight. And Afrika, they just really didn't want to waste any more time in this game. They were going to go for the Hail Mary, but Gen G had the answer. Lehens goes golden, but it is just going to be to delay the double kill for Ruler, as now the inhibitor turret will be taken down. This conga line of minions will head towards the Nexus turrets, and I don't think one Keen is going to be able to save them.
Certainly not. That is just going to be the end of the tale here. Afrika had a great start to the season. They've only stumbled against our top 2 teams from spring, as Keen will survive a little bit longer. The Nexus, however, will not. As, yeah, this is just chaos on the Rift.
Yep.
But Afrika, look, they've been stopped by Dom1 Kia on the role swaps, right? That was their most crushing defeat. Now it's Gen G who 2-0 them, but game 1 was close.
Yeah. Going to be feeling a bit cathartic after that one, as Rascal had another good game. Ruler as well, 18.7k, feeling great on the Callista. Getting it back-to-back is a pretty insane thing.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason with the Inner Translation, and Gen G picks up a 2-0 victory and solidify their spot on top of the LCK. I'm here with Rascal and Klid for the POD interview.
정말 패배를 모르는 젠지입니다.
Gen G just never lose. How are you feeling being 6-0 here in the LCK? I thought this would be a very tough one, but actually it turned out to be one of the cleanest, the most clean game we played so far in the LCK, the split. It's been a while since he had a 2-1, so just like Rascal said, I think it was a very clean victory. Since Gen G completed this roster, you guys never fell to Afrika Freaks. It's 8-0 so far. Why are you guys so strong against them?
그건 솔직히 저도 잘 모르겠는데
Well, I don't really know.
아프리카
Somehow, some way, we kind of have this power getting enchanted up against Afrika Freaks, and we get to have an easier game. I agree. I think we all played well, so that we could win. Game number 1, the last pick from Gen G was Taric. It's been a while. Was that something prepared for today specifically? Blista and Taric used to be a mainstream duo back in the days, and then live today. After looking at the opponent's comp, he was like, I think Taric would be a perfect fit. Keen's Viego was actually intimidating, you know? So what did you focus on in that game, dealing with Viego? The way I kind of interpret Viego is a champion, that's strong in lane, but it actually, ends up nowhere heading to the mid and late game. But Keen actually played so well, even in team fights, so it was so difficult to cope with it. But we just focus on team fights. Genji was behind 5k gold, but you guys turned the game around. And Rascal, the releasing play was so on point that Genji actually found an opening back to this game. Even some people said this was a very risky bet. You went in order to assassinate that virus. I just, saw the opening, and I'm pretty sure every Lee Sin player would do this, I got lucky, and then I got the kill.
이 엄청난 장면을 모든 리신 유저들이 한다고
I don't really think that every Lesion player can do, but I guess Rascal, you got the POG based on the perfect performance and execution. And just like what happened in the previous Sweep Sandbox series, you guys are able to make another huge comeback victory. What do you think about that? Well, we used to be, you know, making a lot of mistakes in the late game, you know. But our coaching staff worked so hard to fix those issues. And because of that, we were able to, you know, actually stay solid and turn the game around today and last time as well. Whenever you guys fall behind, how do you guys kind of deal with the situation? These days, we made a lot of comeback wins. And even though we are behind early on, we don't really, you know, rush. We don't really make rash decisions. We actually keep this positive state of mind, and that really helps us out a lot.
자, 클리드 선수 이 경기에 로데스
Good.
볼리베어로 맹활약을 해주셨는데요.
We're doing a great job on Volibear without dying, but you had to use your flash in the beginning of the game. So did you kind of predict that the game will go so well like this? Because of that invade, yeah, I had to use my flash, but that didn't really matter. But yeah, my clear speed was so slow, so I thought this was gonna be a very hard game. But Africa kind of somehow kept making mistakes, so that was a really good situation for me. Volibear is undefeated so far from you. So would you take it anywhere, anytime it's open? Volibear does a lot of damage, and also this champion can have his ult for the first Herald team fight, so I think this champion does have a lot of strength. We're gonna play it every time. I'm gonna keep that as a secret.
자, 다음 상대는 프레디 브리온입니다. 7전 전승을 향한 각오가 정말
Match
남다르실
will
것
be up
같은데요.
against Freddy
아까 선수 먼저
Brion.
각오 부탁드립니다.
Rascal, how are you gonna prepare for that?
프레디 브리온도 되게 저력 있는
I think
팀이라고
Freddy Brion
생각해서
also has
방심하지 않고
huge potential, so we will not get caught off guard.
네,
We will
감사합니다.
prepared
클리드 선수도 각오 한마디
very hard
부탁드립니다.
for that match.
LCK 모든 팀이 다 강한
I think
팀이라고
every
생각을
team in
하고
the
있고
LCK is
맞춰서
strong.
프레디 피리언도 되게
And just
잘하는
like that,
팀이라고
Freddy
생각하고
Brion
있기
is also
때문에
one of
남은
the
시간
strong
동안
teams.
또 똑같이
So
잘 준비해야
during the
될 것 같아요.
remaining
네,
times, we will
알겠습니다.
prepare
여기까지
hard
인터뷰
for the
들어보도록
upcoming match.
하겠습니다. 오늘 승리 너무 축하드리고요.
Once again,
인터뷰
congratulations
감사합니다.
on the win, and thank you so much for your time. And I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.